What we want to know is what happened. We need a story, Calvin.
You just kill people?
I don't kill people. I didn't do it.
Who did it then?
This is Calvin Allison, a man just brought in for questioning for the murder of his neighbor, and despite his desperate claims of innocence, all evidence points directly to him.
We have your car tires at the scene. We are in your house as we speak. Let me see the bottom of your boots. Yeah, that's your boot print right there.
But as the case grows increasingly strange,
He's a cross-dresser. Got papers, got dresses, got all kinds of stuff.
Calvin slowly begins to crack.
You got a guy that has homosexual tendencies and you're not a homosexual. When he puts his hand on you,
Try to kiss me.
What is going on, Calvin?
I did something bad.
On May 23, 2019, a woman in Pensacola, Florida was walking her dogs along Idlewood Drive when she came across a horrific discovery. The body of a man, later identified as 54-year-old Charles Locke, was found on the side of the road covered by a tarp. He had been beaten, asphyxiated, and a medical examiner determined his body had been there for 3 days. His wrists, legs, nose, and mouth had been bound by duct tape and twine, and a mysterious slab of sheetrock, along with kitchen tile, was found nearby. Authorities searched Charles's property and soon found items in 44-year-old next-door neighbor Calvin Allison's yard that immediately aroused suspicion. They observed duct tape and twine similar to the kind used on Charles, and the same sheetrock and tile found at the scene. Calvin's truck tires and boots matched tracks discovered near the body, and inside his home, police found Charles's checkbook and keys to his vehicle. With a wealth of circumstantial evidence pointing to Calvin, he voluntarily agreed to be questioned by detectives. But while he has the confident vibe of someone with nothing to hide, the exact opposite is true, and the real motive turns out to be just as shocking as the murder itself. The following footage was provided by the Escambia County Sheriff's Office.
First things first, that's really important to us. Obviously, you know something happened to Charles, okay?
did your wife tell you?
Yeah, did she
My
tell you
wife
about
told me.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you're aware that
Yes, that's why I came home.
he's deceased, obviously.
Yes.
Yes. His death, obviously, in this situation was foul play. Okay. We received some stuff out here. We had some questions. Like I said, we're walking the property. Maybe you can help us enlighten some of the questions and give us some answers from some stuff out there. We noticed that there's trash that's littered between both properties. Okay. And that's particularly one of the reasons why we thought, we came out there to talk
Yes,
to you
sir.
a bit. You said you're re-renovating inside your bathroom, correct?
Yeah, we were 2 months ago. That's as far as we've gotten.
What are you doing in your bathroom?
I was taking a shower and I went to turn the handle and then water just started shooting out the wall.
Okay.
So we had to replace all that inside. That's what's in that trash can is all that. When we started taking the tile down, we thought there was sheetrock behind it. It was 2.5 inches of mortar. That's what they used to level the wall. So
You
when we
bust that out?
Hmm?
Can you bust it out? Or no, you ain't touched it?
my wife did it.
All righty then.
Well, shit.
Hey, she sent me a video. She was in there just a banging away.
I can
But
tell-
Daryl is our friend. He used to do sheetrock work. He came over and helped her during the day.
Okay, Daryl.
But we haven't gotten no farther. We got it to where you can take a shower and stuff. So.
What's Daryl's name?
Oh, yeah, Daryl from the one you went to the bar
Yes.
with. Okay, and did you ever get to replacing the sheetrock or anything like that yet? I noticed you said, how long ago did you replace all this stuff?
About 2 months ago.
About 2 months ago? Did they not pick up trash around here? Like, because you got that trash can full of
trash
stuff.
can's been sitting. They won't pick it up.
Is it because they're sheetrock, maybe? I'm not sure.
Well, it's not
not
their
packaged.
It's not their trash can.
Who's trying? Oh,
It's Escambia's. They won't pick it up unless it's in that trash can.
Usually, a lot of times you have to pay for it. I know over Santa Rosa, they changed
Yeah.
that policy.
And then like with the tree limbs and stuff, it's got to be like a 6x6 square. And if it's just a little, they ain't picking it up.
I noticed that you had already started purchasing some sheetrock and stuff like that, the boards. Have you got any of those put up yet, or is that just something that's been sitting there?
That's been sitting there. It's been all over the house.
Okay. So are you guys going to be replacing the inside of the bathroom with the sheetrock?
We done did all that.
Okay.
That's what's left over. There was some by the garage. There's been stuff out by the road.
Have you been trying to sell any of it or get rid of any of it?
No, my wife's like, just save it in case we need it.
Okay. You haven't tried, none of your buddies asked for any or anything like that?
No.
Okay. What else have you been doing in terms of renovation? Have you purchased anything else inside there?
Well, we bought the vanity and the mirror, but that's when we got our income taxes in February.
What about there's some strips out there that are in both properties. They're like the little orange tags, a lot of times you see them with like hay bales and stuff like that. Have you been doing any gardening work? I know Charles did some gardening work. Did you ever see him with that or anything like that? Or have you done any?
I'm not sure what you're talking about orange tags.
It's like twine.
Twine. Have you ever picked up a bay of hail? Bay of...
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Bale of hay, Chief.
Pine straw is the word I was looking for. Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about now, like twine.
Yeah, twine. And tie them up in a square.
I haven't used any of that.
Okay. There was some out by the trash down there. I didn't know if you put that there or who put that there or where that came from.
There's garbage all down there, but it's not ours.
Okay. So it's not your stuff. And mind you, the reason we brought that up is because there's some near the street rock as well. You know what I mean? And like I said, our biggest thing we look at for initially when we go there is, trash and anything else, what's going on, what we can see from the scene. We're just trying to piece everything together, whether he had somebody working on his place or not,
He hasn't had anybody working on his place.
Now, the stuff in the garbage can, the tile that's been busted out, that's yours.
Yes.
That's by the road.
Yeah, I've been there for 2 months.
You ever borrowed any money from him?
Borrowed money from him.
Mm-hmm.
He loaned me some money in January when he got a little money for disability. He loaned me some money to help pay the electric bill.
How much did you borrow from him?
It was $280.
$280.
Calvin admits to having sheetrock and tile on his property due to an ongoing home remodel. And considering both of these items were found at the crime scene, that's a big problem for him. As to the nature of their relationship, he and Charles were at least close enough for the deceased man to loan Calvin hundreds of dollars. But despite Charles's generous spirit, he was the victim of some mysterious crimes in the months leading to his death.
Kind of a weird thing that was brought up. And we heard this from a neighbor, so maybe you can add to it since you saw Charles frequently. Charles's vehicle was broken into? Did you ever hear about that?
Yes, he came over our house, said that his wallet was stolen.
Okay. And did he ever say about anything that might have happened with the wallet? Did anybody use any of his cards or money?
He said that he thought someone had used it, but he canceled the card and he was using his checks.
Okay. So he was using the checks?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So none of his cards were in there. How recent was this? Because we don't really have a time frame.
About a month ago.
About a month ago. So about a month ago, his car gets broken into. Now, we heard about another incident that occurred. Somebody had maybe messed with his truck, vandalized it. Did he ever tell you about that, or tell you that?
I don't know anything about that.
Okay. Well, we were told that somebody had slashed his tires, and that I guess maybe he had to get them replaced or something like that.
I don't know. I didn't know anything about that.
Okay. Did he ever mention to you why he didn't want to file a police report or anything like that?
About what?
His wallet and all that? Because that incident came up, but I guess he never didn't want to file a police report with us.
I don't know.
Okay.
I thought he did. I thought he went to the bank and did that.
Okay. Well, like I said, what we're going on here is obviously Charles was murdered. There was a lot of foul play in this situation. And it's my sergeant's job, my job, and every investigator up here that we solve his case, figure out who murdered him. That way we can bring justice to what happened, as well as we can bring peace to his family.
You a convicted felon?
No, sir.
Nothing. No criminal history?
I have a
battery charge?
Yeah.
All right. That's it?
Yes, sir.
Like I said, he was just checking up on that because he had some questions. But like I was saying, Calvin, biggest thing with us is, like I said, it's our job to find a killer. To figure out what happened. Obviously, family wants to know. My bosses want to know. Everybody wants to know.
Yes,
and it
sir.
helps bring peace of mind to the family and everything else. When we found him, it was pretty bad. Okay. And there was a lot of, it wasn't just, like I said, somebody beat to death, stabbed, or anything like that. It was a pretty drastic situation where, I'm sorry, when was it? So, obviously, why we're here to help is so we can get assistance to help the family. Okay?
Yes, sir.
It's very important that we find this out because ultimately, yes, it's a job we do, but I would absolutely love to bring peace to it. I mean, this gentleman wasn't a bad person. I don't know what his private life was like. I'm not sure if he ever told you what his private life was like. But what's important is we get the absolute truth and figure it out.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
And I'll shoot straight to the chase. Okay. When we found Charles, there were some certain items there that we found peculiar. Okay. Stuff that was unique and stuff that kind of why we were asking about the trash and everything else.
Yes, sir.
Do you know particularly what we had out there and why, like I said, we're talking about the twine, we're talking about the drywall and stuff like that. Okay. Do you know anything else Charles might have been more involved in?
He stayed at home all the time. I mean, other than taking Cookie, I mean, I don't know what he's doing in them hours, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, he'd be gone from, I don't know what time he would leave because I leave at 6:30, and then he'd get back around 10 or 11. So,
my big concern here is what we have out there is, like I said, items that were consistent with items that were found between both of your guys' yard. Okay. And this is the reason why we have here. We're asking you, trying to come to the bottom of things. And what's difficult for us is, mind you, I know you love your children, you love your wife, okay? And I know your wife's probably worried about what's going on too, very curious. I know she's going through a lot with this probate stuff, okay? I'm sure she hasn't told your children what's going on because I'm sure they met Charles and I'm sure they like Charles, okay? Where we're at and what we're looking at is, I know these are people that are important to you, okay? And I know something else happened, okay? It's what I need is help assisting with what happened to Charles.
I don't know.
Okay. We have a few things that I would like to go over, okay?
Yes, sir.
The sheetrock that was on your front of your residence, is there anybody who would have any other access to that?
Anybody come up on the porch, get it from the side of the house. I mean, it's not locked up.
Okay, that's very true. The ties, you've never seen those before.
I'm not sure what I mean, you said twine.
Yeah, twines. I call them ties, you know. You've never seen those before?
No, I don't use them.
Yeah.
Calvin claims to have no idea how items connected to him were found on Charles's property, not to mention at the crime scene itself. But he's about to be confronted with even more damning evidence. And if it isn't obvious by now, it's definitely about to be. These detectives have Calvin in a corner, literally, and the walls are closing in fast.
Investigators obviously did a search warrant in both residences, okay? I would love for you to help me find out why we have some items of Charles inside your residence.
Okay.
We have some keys. We have some other items. Is there any particular reason why?
His spare keys he gave us.
Is that why did he give you any spare keys?
In case he lost the other ones.
Okay.
When he lost his wallet, I have his checkbook. He used his checks. He gave me that in case he lost his wallet again.
You have any other items of Charles's inside your house?
No, sir.
So Charles's cards were stolen. Who's this gentleman to you?
That's E-Rail.
Who's he? It's Darrell?
E-Rail.
E-Rail.
He says he lives at your house.
He's just been staying there for a few days.
But real quick, I'm gonna interject for just a second. I'm gonna let him talk or whatever. All right, Calvin, I want you to make one thing very clear to you. All right, we don't pull no punches. We don't bullshit. All right, listen, just hear me out. Okay, we do our homework before we come in here. You don't have no criminal history. All right, the last thing you want to be painted as is a monster, because the only thing we leave in this world is our legacy, right?
Yes, sir.
No matter what you have, it's our legacy.
Yes, sir.
And no matter what you did, how you did it, or whatever, your children, at least your children, I can't speak for your wife, but your children are always going to love you.
Yes, sir.
No matter what. All right? Everything we do is videotape. There is no secret about that. Okay? So, this is whether Calvin is this heinous monster, okay, that they look at as a killer, okay? Or we know what kind of lifestyle he was into. Did something go wrong and then something went bad and you had to take care of something and do something? Let's hear me out, okay? Hear me out. Because if that's what happened, then that's what happened. Because honesty, even though you think not, honesty will get you so much further than sitting here on this tape. Because if you go to jail for this murder, okay, there won't be another chance except on the day of trial for them to see who and what you are. Because just like he said, he's going through some things that we have found. We go back to the things that we found at the scene. Ask you about your boots, okay? We have your boot print at the scene, okay? We have your car tires at the scene. We have the tarp in the trash can, what it was bought in at your house. The sheetrock that is at the scene, okay? The same UPC code is on your front porch, Chief. You with me?
Yes, sir.
So now is the time. You have children and a family to save face and be a man.
I didn't do anything.
Well, then explain it away. You tell me, all right, you don't say you didn't do anything. You explain to me, how did Calvin Allison's boot print get there at the scene? Because we have your truck. We're seizing your truck, okay? We are in your house as we speak. We see where he was dragged from the house and back through the yard. You raked your yard in the last couple of days, okay? We're at your house now. We don't miss nothing, okay? So you tell me, how does your boot print get out there at the scene? How does your tire, your left front tire, because you have 4 different tires on that truck, your left front tire is cupped, okay? You know what that is, right? Cupped. All right, it's when you ran over the sheetrock, all right, it left the black tire marks on there that matches your tire. Then that brown piece of facing boarding, okay, that you use to repair your shower with, in this photo right here, right there, the board, that's there at the scene also with the same tile on it. Now either you got some shit, okay?
Well, I didn't do it.
Who did it?
I can't tell you, but no. I didn't do it.
You were there.
I wasn't there.
Calvin.
I've been at work and with...
Calvin, listen, okay? Remember what he said, okay? This is an opportunity for you to explain and help us figure out what's going on. This doesn't disappear. And this is the type of thing that, like you said, you want to go out with your children thinking that you're a monster, or do you want to go out and say that we owned up and you want to tell us what happened over there?
Well, I didn't do anything, so, I mean, I didn't do it.
Calvin, I understand what we're coming at. This is the chance to win the lottery, buddy. You know what I mean?
The detectives have laid out a trove of physical evidence linking Calvin to the crime. Now, he not only has the twine and sheetrock to worry about, but tire tracks found at the scene that match his truck. But there's another piece of evidence that police have, a kind that Calvin will have a hard time denying, and some shocking news about Charles's personal life that Calvin may already be aware of.
To top it all off, I'm not sure if you're aware, but where Charles was found, there's one camera. There's one way in, one way out of that place. And one of the neighbors got a camera sitting right on that road. And
you're familiar with it because your friends live off of Sarant. And it's just on the other side of Sarant. All right? Because let's see here. This is where your checkbook, let's go right here. This is where the checkbook and the keys are found. Okay? So there's a checkbook of his. All right? Mm-hmm. So, all right, we go to there. There's the tarp that matches up. That Ozark Trail come from Walmart. Okay? Then this guy shows up at the house. I'll tell you what I think. This is what I think. I think you're a good person. I think you're a family man. And I think Charles has helped y'all out at some point in time, just as y'all's helped him. All right? But Charles has a little fetish that a lot of people don't know about. You know, you can't miss it because if you walk in his house, can't miss it. He's a cross-dresser. Got fake, got dresses, got all kinds of stuff. I think Charles come on to you
No.
and shit went bad. If that's the case, I can buy that. And if shit went bad and you got a guy that has homosexual tendencies and you're not a homosexual and he puts his hand on you,
That never happened.
okay, then I'm telling you, I'm all ears. I'll take notes. You tell me.
We need to know what happened.
You tell me, how did all the things I just showed you? I've showed you some of my cards. Okay, duct tape, that duct tape, that's going to seal the fate because of the way duct tape is. Okay? So you tell me then how all those items I just laid out to you got there 5 feet away from the body. I'm listening. I'm listening.
Sir, I don't know.
I mean, Calvin, like I said, those straps, those ties too. Guess what? 2 of them on the body. Okay, 2 of them on you. I mean, we got 2 or 3 on your property. Okay.
Well, you just said they were on his property too. So, I mean, I don't know what straps or what ties you're talking about.
I'll show them to you in just a minute.
I mean,
That's the least.
That's the least of it.
That's
Exactly.
the least.
What we want to know is what happened. We need a story, Calvin.
Did somebody borrow your boots?
No.
Okay.
Where did this happen?
Where do you think it happened?
I don't know. You said it was in his house.
What was in his house?
You just said he was drug out of his house.
I said you can see where he was drugged through the yard and you raked your yard because he was drug out the back. And it looks
Okay,
like
that's what you just said.
right. Did you not rake your yard?
Yes, I told him. I've been cleaning
You
the
never
pool up.
told
You
him
never told me you were clean right
that.
there.
Yes, I did. At the very first, when we asked about when I told you about the pool, and I said I've been raking and watering, and the grass isn't growing.
You told me there was a part in the back that doesn't grow, but you never told me you're raking. You said you just moved that thing, moved the the pool over.
Yeah, and I said I've been raking and watering, and I can't get the grass to grow.
Calvin, understand as we sit here, these type of situations get worse and worse, okay? And what we do for a living is, like I said, is bring justice, okay? He has a family. He has sisters. He has kids, okay?
Yes, sir.
You have kids. You have a family.
Yes,
you understand if you were put in the same type of situation, how bad it would be and how heartbroken you would be,
Yes, sir.
especially the way he was found.
Yes, sir.
I need to know what happened over there, Calvin.
Well, I don't know, sir. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
You just kill people?
I don't kill people. I didn't do it.
Who did it then? You let somebody borrow your boots and you let somebody borrow your truck? I'll show you right there. There's your boot print. Right there. Let me see the bottom of your boots. Yeah. That's your boot print right there.
And where's this at?
Right there. That's at the scene where the body's found.
You want to show him a picture of the body?
Yeah, I'll show him a picture of the body right now.
Here you go, Calvin. This is what Charles looks like today.
That's what decomposition does.
Calvin, would you want your family found like that?
No.
Sister can't even have a funeral for him because he can't have an open casket. They can have a funeral, but no open casket. Did he make a pass at you?
No, sir.
Calvin, you need to help us understand what happened out there, because I know you know more about it.
Out where? Where are you talking about? You just keep saying the scene.
You don't know?
No.
You don't?
Calvin's confronted with the evidence against him, including shoe prints found at the scene from the very boots he unwisely wore to this interview. Detectives try an even bolder tactic, showing him a photo of Charles's body, although it does nothing to spur a confession. But there's even more evidence stacking up against Calvin, who seems to have gone out of his way to leave as much of it lying around as possible. And as detectives turn up the heat, Calvin slowly begins to boil.
You do know that I don't know what's in your phones yet, but your phones that are in the truck, you know we take those. All right, and we shall download them. Don't matter what you've deleted, we can still pull it.
There's a thing called historical location.
And geolocations.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, I don't have anything to hide from you. Right off of Idlewood, dead end of Idlewood.
You know where that pond is?
Idlewood?
You know where Idlewood's at. You know
You
where
work for ECUA, bro. You know.
Yeah, I was there with Kendall. at the end of Idlewood, and it's got a big gate that says "Do not enter here."
Other side of Idlewood.
No, we went to the end of Idlewood, and there's a big gate, and it says contaminated.
There's
We got
different
called
places you can access it. You can access it off of W Street. You can access it off of Jackson Street, and you can access it off of Citrus Street.
Mm-hmm. Well, we were there for a leak at the corner of Idlewood this week, just a couple of days ago. Call them and ask them.
What's his number?
Call and ask EQA.
What's Kendall's number?
It's in my phone.
Okay. And Kendall lives in Santa Rosa County?
He's at work right now on 3 to 11. We got called a leak on Idlewood.
What's office number? Y'all work out of...
at Ellison. You just call the main EQA number.
All right.
They called us a leak out there. We went all the way down into it. And there's a big thing that says contaminated, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they called us and said that there was a fire hydrant leaking on the corner of Idlewood. That would say why my GPS said I was there.
Calvin, you understand what we're doing and how this works, okay? Like my sergeant was saying, if this gentleman made a pass at you, I know you said that's not the way it went down. I would like to know what the way it went down, okay? Because if he did something to try to hurt you, that's how we have to figure it out. But you have to understand is that we have to know the story. We have everything leading up to it, but we don't have the story. And I would hate for all this to go bad south because we don't have a story and a way for you to tell your side of it. Okay? I mean, that's just the simple truth behind it. If I need your side.
Well, I didn't do it. So, I mean, I didn't do anything to Charles.
Is there any reason why you'd have any animosity against Charles? Has he done anything to you?
I haven't done anything to Charles. I haven't done anything to anybody.
I understand, Kelvin. I don't think you're a bad person at all, man. I'm going to tell you right now, from the minute I met you, okay? I don't think you're a bad person at all.
I'm not a bad person. I haven't done anything.
You have beautiful kids, okay? You're a caring father who takes care of his daughter, takes care of your son, who, I mean, he's not really disabled, but you said, he was blind as a bat. You go to work, you bust your butt, you know what I mean? And you're probably just barely making ends meet. I'm the same way, okay? I don't get rich off this job at all. I don't think you're a bad person at all, Calvin. I don't think you're a bad person at all, okay? And I promise you we're not bullshitting when we tell you that, okay? I think something bad went down. And I don't think that's you. I think it was just a shitty situation that turned south.
I didn't do it.
I understand, Charles. Like you said, what we're looking at and everything else is there's just an insurmountable amount of evidence, okay? And even with you going out there to fix a leak, you know what I mean? You use a company truck, sheetrock from your house and bathrooms over there. It has the serial numbers on it are the same. They come from the same lot. Okay. Your tire impressions there on your vehicle. The tie straps that are in your yard are out there as well. The tarp, those are tarp that Charles was wrapped up in, is in your trash. Charles's keys, both keys to both vehicles are inside of your house. His checkbook's inside of your house. The board that goes into the bathroom with the tile is inside. That was in your house at one point. He's out there on the scene. Understand, man, I have to have a side of a story. I have to know what happened over there. I don't want this to go down and know that we all have issues. We may all make mistakes. It could have been an accident. It could have been him coming and attacking you. But I'll never know. But I need to know the absolute truth of what happened. I think you're not a bad guy. I really do. I'm not making this up. I'm not just talking to you to talk to you. Okay? I think something bad happened. I think maybe Charles did something that he wasn't supposed to do. And I think Charles dead because of that. But I'll never know. Because I want to know what happened. And Calvin, I wish you'd tell me.
I don't know what happened, sir.
Calvin, I know that you know more than you know.
Well, I don't.
Like I said, Calvin, imagine you're in the situation with me, okay? Your family, you go missing. You have 2 kids and a wife. And they find you the same way that Charles was found. And we brought Charles in here because, say, he was the suspect. And we sit down with him. These incidents happen, okay? Like I said, I don't think you're a bad person. I just think it was an accident. I think maybe that when it happened, you got nervous. This has never happened to you before because you're not a violent person. And I think that just mistakes were made down the road. Things that could have been, resolved the minute it happened. But I think you got scared. And when you got scared, I think you made an irrational decision and tried to take care of it. I just want to know what led up to it and why it happened. Look at me, Calvin. Your story is important. This story will be important because you got to think about your children, your wife. You got to think about, does Calvin have a chance if he doesn't tell a side of the story? And Calvin had a beautiful opportunity to tell a side of the story. I need to know what happened, Calvin. Otherwise, we're in a bad situation, buddy. Charles, I know, had some weird habits and stuff. I need to know, did it have anything to do with that? No, listen to your boss, okay? Calvin, look at me. Tell me what happened, buddy. I ain't here to piss you up or anything, man. I need to know what happened over there.
The detectives have made it clear that for Calvin, there is no escape. With a boatload of circumstantial and physical evidence to convince a jury with, they pretty much have him dead to rights in every way. Now the only thing they're missing is a full confession.
Try to kiss me.
He tried to kiss you?
Grab me. And I pushed him down. I don't think he hit his head on it. I don't know what it was. The blood was coming out.
It's okay, Calvin.
No, it's not okay.
Look at me. Calvin. Calvin. Boss, look at me. I need your side of the story. So he tried to kiss you. So he came on to you. He hit his head. He started bleeding.
I didn't know what to do.
Just got nervous.
Embarrassed. Why would he do that to me?
What day was this, Calvin?
Sunday evening.
This happened when you brought the food over?
Yes, sir.
I don't know why he tried doing that either. Because you have a wife and kids. Did Charles die instantly?
I'm sure.
Did you just leave?
Yes, sir. I waited there about 5 minutes. He was twitching. Then I left.
What did you do next?
I didn't do anything for 2 days. I didn't know what to do.
I understand you're scared. I mean, I get it, man. Calvin, you're not by yourself here, okay?
Oh, my life is over.
Calvin, look at me.
And now my kids are.
Calvin, I know you said you didn't know what to do. You're nervous. Did you? Obviously, you brought the body over there, right? How did you take him over there?
The truck.
Did you use anything to cover him up?
What do you mean covering up?
Like, I know he was wrapped up, but did you have him in like any type of trash can or anything like that, just in the back? What time did you take him down there?
I don't know. It was in the evening.
In the evening? Were your kids gone already at this point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Like I said, it was important you told me that. Yeah. Did Charles ever try coming on to you before?
No, he's always nice to me. He always put his hand on my shoulder and stuff and talk to me. But
I get it. Did you know he was into that
no,
lifestyle? Where did this happen in the house?
right there in the living room. Right around by the couch. Right here on towards the doorway. Right there by the kitchen.
Okay. What did he hit his head on, by the way? His house is a mess. That's the thing, because, yeah.
I don't know.
Where's his dog at?
I don't know where the dog is.
Did you put the dog outside or anything like that?
No.
Was the dog there that night?
Yes.
Yeah, we don't know where the dog's at either. Did he ever ask for help or anything like that?
No.
Was he out cold when he fell? Did you think about calling an ambulance?
Yeah.
Why didn't you?
I panicked and ran. Went home.
Calvin says that after Charles tried to kiss him, he became so enraged that he violently shoved the recovering stroke victim to the ground. Charles then hit his head, causing a bloody and fatal laceration. But instead of calling for help, Calvin left him for dead for 2 days before dumping the body on nearby Idlewood Drive. That still doesn't explain why Charles was found with his wrists and face bound, or why Calvin also abandoned Charles's dog, which in many viewers' minds is just as bad as murder.
Did you tell your wife?
She doesn't know. Dude's gonna kill her. She doesn't know anything about this. She wasn't involved at all. Okay.
I completely understand.
Being dead honest, she had nothing to do with it.
Did anybody help you with moving Charles?
No.
There was a shovel found on scene. Did you plan on trying to bury him?
Shovel?
Yeah.
No. It's not my shovel.
That's just like coincidental, I guess.
Yes.
Like I said, Calvin, these things happen.
No.
I understand where irrational choices were made, boss.
No, it shouldn't happen. I've been good all my life.
Like I said, Calvin, you're not a bad person.
Yeah, I'm a bad person.
Calvin, look at me. Not a bad person, man.
Really? I didn't help you. I left him.
How long did it take, again, until you left him there for what, 2 days? Sunday night till Tuesday? Why did it take you so long?
I couldn't go back.
How'd you feel when you went over there?
Disgusted, sick, sad. Sad for a whole lot of reasons. 2 families are hurt.
We understand that, man.
No, you don't. You'd have done the right thing.
Calvin, I don't know what I would have done. I ain't knocking you on it, okay?
No, I know what I should have did. And I didn't. Should have called for help.
Does anybody else know about this?
Nobody knows.
Did you get rid of any other of Charles' stuff anymore?
I haven't touched any of his stuff. The checkbook and the keys he gave to us. His car key, the reason I still had it when we sold the trailer, he had a doctor's appointment that day. And me and Donald had to move the car. And I had it, it's been sitting there. The keys were if he lost his other set. And the checks he brought over to me in case he lost his wallet again. You can check all the checks and nothing's been touched.
I understand. I know it's a crappy situation entirely. Is there anything, Calvin, that you can do to help us with anything that we need to locate or anything the family might need to know or anything like that?
No, everything's in the house.
I said, Calvin, just a shitty situation that went bad.
Oh.
I said, I
Not
don't think.
bad. It went worse. It was horrible.
Calvin, you're not a bad person, okay?
Yeah, I am now.
Calvin, look at me. Stop looking down. All right? You have to understand in a situation like this is that you just made a bad choice, okay? Everybody makes mistakes.
Just like the first when I slapped that guy, it was the same thing.
Spontaneous incident.
Yeah.
When you pushed Charles,
I pushed him hard.
you did. You have no idea what he hit his head on.
I don't know if it was the coffee table or the side of the entertainment center.
The blood that was in the living room, next to the living room.
That's where he hit. And rolled over right there.
What about the blood in the other room, where he was dragged?
This is where I took him 2 days later.
I want you to know the story and what you told us took a lot of courage. Calvin,
No.
look at me.
What?
That way the family has closure to what happened, okay?
What about my family?
This isn't the end of the world, Calvin.
My daughter was already talking about stuff. My wife's tried once before we got together. What she does, and leaves the kids alone.
Do you know your wife's number by heart?
I call her right now.
Calvin, you sit tight for me, okay?
Can I drink a water, please?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me go get you one, okay?
As Calvin details what happened, it seems the thing most on his mind is his family. But unfortunately for his already troubled wife and daughter, thanks to him, their problems are only beginning. As he gets his drink of water and waits for detectives to return, he's left alone for several minutes to ponder the mess he's made of his life. But he only has himself to blame, and the fiery temper that cost Charles his life, and potentially him his freedom.
He says, why don't you sit back, breathe and relax for a bit, okay? You want coffee either?
I don't like coffee.
I'm trying to cut it out of my diet. Sit tight, okay, Calvin? Calvin. All right, there's a bit of a process, okay? And like I said, even though you've helped us by telling us your side of the story, it's important that we get all the details and understand, especially, between you and Charles, relationship. I'm not saying like in that sense, but like, how did you see precursors to him doing this to you and all that?
No, other than like I said, just every time he talked to me, he put his hand on my shoulder.
Like I said, Calvin, first thing I would like to start with off the beginning. Did Calvin call you over to the house, or did you call him and tell him you were bringing him food on Sunday night?
Just every time we cooked out on the grill, we took him a plate of food.
All right, so Sunday night, you were cooking food, and you always bring it over.
Every time we cook out, always take him a plate, or if we cook a big Sunday dinner, we always take him a plate of food on Sunday.
So you guys brought the food over, or you brought the food over, and your wife stayed at the house. How long were you in the house?
Maybe 10 minutes.
10 minutes. And while you were in the house, how did he approach you?
Come on in.
And when you were inside the house, how did he come on to
Walked
you?
into the kitchen with the food and set it down. When I came around, we were talking. He went like this and leaned in.
Where was he trying to kiss you at?
I mean, I'm taller than him. He was right in here. Did that.
After you pushed him, and you said you pushed him hard, right?
Yeah. From the kitchen door into the living room. He bang. He rolled over.
Is there a lot of blood or only a little bit of blood?
Just a little bit. I didn't know what to do. I was panicking and staying around, and then I just left.
And on Tuesday, you said during the evening, you mind going over the process of what happened? Just so we have a full painted picture.
And then I came up with a tarp, and that's when I drug him out.
Well, let's do this from the very beginning, if you can help me with that, okay? Starting on Sunday, okay? I don't want you to have to keep reliving this box. All right, Calvin? I really do want you to know that I don't want you to have to keep reliving this because I know you're not a bad person, okay?
I have to relive it the rest of my life.
Sunday after.
Kids are gonna have to live it the rest of their life. They're gonna have to grow up knowing. Everybody's gonna know how hard for them.
After it happened Sunday, what did you do? Just go home?
I went home, washed my hands. I sat in the bathroom about 10 minutes. I didn't know what to do. And then we had made plans to go out, and we went out. And I just drank and drank and drank and drank. It wouldn't go away in my head.
When you came home?
Stayed up for a while and went to sleep. Got up, did my normal thing with the kids, took them.
Did you already have that tarp? Or did you go out and buy it?
Bought it.
I guess because it's Ozark from Walmart.
Yes, sir.
What little Walmart did you buy that?
Navy.
Was this on Monday?
Maybe Monday. Tuesday.
Maybe Monday or Tuesday. The duct tape, did you buy that or was it already something you had?
It was at Charles's house.
What day did you bring Charles over to that area?
Last night.
So last night? You used your truck, correct?
Yes, sir.
Did you at any time use Charles's truck?
No, sir.
How did you know to bring him there?
Because I've been called to a leak there.
So you were called to a leak there and you just thought it was maybe a good spot because of...
It's just vacant.
Yeah. In the back of your truck, the drywall was there, obviously. And the inside of the bathroom, the tiling. Was that left there accidentally or did that slide out?
Set it out on the side.
Set it out on the
Just
side?
left it.
Did you just forget to pick it up?
Didn't think to do it. I wasn't thinking.
Did you try moving Charles farther or anything? Or was it just where you just probably weren't in a moment of distress,
I didn't know what to do. I know what I should have did.
We can all sit back and try quarterbacking ourselves. How many mistakes everybody in this damn world makes? You know what I mean?
I should have made this one.
While detectives have almost everything they need for a full confession, there's one more thing they want to know. If Charles fell and hit his head, why was he found bound at the wrists, legs, and mouth?
There's just a handful of things we need to go over, okay? And there are only a few more things. I know you've been very open, like I said. I appreciate you telling what happened on your side. There was one thing that caught our curiosity. Charles was bound. You know what I mean? There was tape around his mouth. There was tape around his wrist. And his hands were behind his back. And his legs were bound. Was Charles still alive when you came over?
No.
Why'd you do that?
I couldn't get him to roll up. I had to use that to roll him up.
Why around the mouth?
I don't know.
Did you check if Charles was breathing at all?
He wasn't breathing. He was already up.
Okay. And when Charles was first bound and you put him into that the tarp, how did you get him to your truck without, obviously in the neighbors or anybody seeing?
To the backyard.
Did you put him over the fence? Did you, in that process, because we noticed in the backyard there was a bend, did you rip the tarp a little bit too? And when you were putting it over?
I don't know.
So, when you put him in the tarp, you dragged him through the house, I'm assuming?
Yes, sir.
And you went to the backyard, dragged him through the backyard, and you put him over the fence.
Yes, sir.
What about, did you use the other lot, that empty lot next to his house for anything?
No.
Okay. When you raked the yard, is there any reason why you raked the yard?
Drag more.
So you dragged him from your backyard
Through the garage.
through the garage, and then through the garage to your truck?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I know this could be hard for you, but we did have to notify your wife what's going on. But she does want to talk to you. I know you said you didn't want to. It would be hard to. Okay? But I think it's only fair that you talk to her too. I'll make sure that this gets to her. This will get to the family, okay? I do have to stand in the room, though.
It's fine.
You know your wife's number?
You want my phone?
Yeah, that'll work.
Just put it on speaker. I think it's
All right, it's me on speakerphone. It's 850, I'm correct.
Hey,
What is going on, Calvin?
I did something bad.
Why?
I took him the food. When I set it down in the kitchen, he made a pass at me and I pushed him and he fell. Hit his head, blood went everywhere, and I panicked.
Why would you not say something? Like, why would it was an accident, Calvin?
I don't know, Wendy, I panicked.
Calvin,
I know, I don't know, Wendy. I'm so sorry for what I'm putting you and the kids through.
why would you, like, I mean, I don't...
I'm so sorry.
What about Tina?
What about Tina?
Be honest, Calvin.
I didn't have anything to do with Tina. That was all Billy.
How do you know?
It had to be Billy. I didn't have
Okay.
anything to do with it.
Like, why would you, oh my God, Calvin, like, why would you not have called 911? It was an accident.
That's what I don't know, Wendy. The blood, and he was moaning.
What do you mean he made a pass at you?
He tried to kiss me.
What?
And he, I don't know. Can I tell her?
Everything you want to tell her?
He's plays on the other fence. He's a cross-dresser.
But, oh my God. So what are you being charged with right now?
I don't know, Wendy. Probably, I don't know. I'm so sorry.
Oh my God, Calvin.
While everyone makes mistakes, most don't lead to murder. But Calvin Allison was the exception, and haphazardly covering his tracks would seal his fate. He was found guilty of second-degree murder, tampering with evidence, and 3 counts of grand theft, and sentenced to life in prison. Thank you for watching today's video. Whether you're new here or have been with us for a while, check out one of the craziest cases I've ever covered right here, or one of my newest uploads right here.